What kind of impact have the changes in your health have had on your four kids and with your family, with your husband?
They've watched mom change, and watching my daughter bring home that paper the other day about her mindset. Just, she can't give up when things get tough at 5 years old. Just, I know that was from watching me. So
Why did you almost not join this program?
money.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided that my health is priceless. To be able to be healthy and present for my husband and my kids, that it's priceless. You can't put a number on it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. I'm Maggie UMD. I am a functional medicine physician and owner of Transform. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally on Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified, and follow us on IG. Today, we have an interview with Margaret, who's been struggling with gut symptoms since she was a child, and she was diagnosed with Crohn's 3 years ago. She's worked with multiple GI doctors, and she's made multiple attempts to try to actually turn around her Crohn's, which was causing her to lose a tremendous amount of weight. She had severe symptoms of fatigue, mood swings, and severe abdominal bloating and pain. And I can't wait to see where she is now with you. And she's only about a month out from our program. So we have an online program that's about 2 months long, and she's only about a month out. I can't wait for you to see where her results are now. Hey, Margaret, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, I'm Margaret Newton, and I currently live in Georgia. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 4 kids, and my autoimmune diagnosis is Crohn's disease.
Girl, you're prolific. 4. Any more coming?
No, thank you.
Oh, welcome, Margaret. So let's talk. When were you actually diagnosed with it? And now that you know what you know about the program, how long even before you had the diagnosis do you think you've been dealing with symptoms of autoimmunity? So let's start with question number 1. How long have you been diagnosed with it?
It was 3 years in September, but from, I would say, my whole life, now that what I know now, I would say my whole life, because I always had gut issues. I didn't go to the bathroom regularly, like now I know you're supposed to, and fatigue and things like that I've dealt with probably my entire life. More so, my teenage years, and then throughout to now.
All right. So Margaret, what kind of symptoms did you have before joining the program? You said you had the diagnosis for 3 years. How bad were the symptoms and what were they?
The main symptoms that I had were I couldn't get out of bed. I was exhausted, but I had insomnia. I wasn't digesting food, so I wasn't gaining weight because I lost a lot of weight when I first got diagnosed. But just food in general, most of the stuff I ate gave me a stomach ache or gas, or just made me feel awful.
So you were struggling to even maintain your weight, and you were losing weight rapidly.
Yes.
Okay. So Margaret, inquiry minds want to know where are your symptoms now, just about a month after you've graduated from the program?
98% of them are gone. I'm still working on getting 100%, but
what's gone, Margaret?
I wake up feeling good. I have the energy to do the things around the house and to keep up with the kids and to be present in everything that they're doing. I'm sleeping better. I can get a good 6 to 7 hours of sleep, which my whole life I've woken up during the night. So.
Okay. So I'd love to know what kind of labs you've seen change. You've been back to your GI doctor. What has changed from a medical scientific standpoint?
The inflammation factor in my blood is less than 1. She said that's completely unheard of. And then and my stool results have shown there's no inflammation in my stool. So that's also unheard of with no medication.
Calprotectin and other levels. Absolutely. So this wasn't the case prior to the program. This is only 3 months later. And so you're on no medication for Crohn's, and GI doctors are seeing all your inflammation numbers come down, and your symptoms have gone down about, you said 98% at this point?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Secret sauce. Okay. This doesn't happen in the regular medical world for Crohn's to be in remission like this, or to have numbers like this. And even your GI doctor is saying that, and you're feeling it. How did it happen? Can you list for our audience, what are like two big things in the program that you were able to experience, or tools that you were able to use that you never could use in the past that had created this impact?
I would say one is food. Food is medicine. It is, I mean, if you eat the proper food, you can heal your body without medication, but also making sure your blood sugar is balanced. So you got to be eating the right foods, but you got to be eating it at the right time so you're fueling your body.
All right. So Miss Margaret, number two is you mentioned blood sugar. And we know what we know in the program, but let's tell the audience, what does blood sugar have to do with Crohn's at all?
What I've learned now was I would wake up and I'd just grab a banana because, you know, I didn't want to eat something to upset my stomach. And then I wouldn't eat again until about 2:00. And I would not understand why I'd get an upset stomach and then have to go to the bathroom so much. And now I know it's because the highs and the lows of the blood sugar were causing the Crohn's to flare up.
So I think for people who in our audience aren't familiar with our program, I encourage you to go ahead and go to drmaggie.com and watch our training. But in our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally, we have hundreds of videos. And I talk so much about blood sugar. And I think it's really important for people to understand these swings from high and low blood sugar, these swings from low and high to low, really triggers autoimmunity like crazy. I want to ask, what's one thing really impactful that you did to balance blood sugar that you notice immediate results with?
Making sure I eat within an hour of getting up.
Yay.
And then also making sure that I eat every 3-4 hours at the most, but I do really good keeping every 3 hours eating something.
Yeah, you learned what you needed to do for you personally to keep your blood sugar balance stable throughout the entire day, no highs, no lows. And what kind of impact did that have on your symptoms of pain?
They're mostly gone. Change of weather brings some a little bit, but they're 98% gone. And just my mood as well, I've noticed is improved with not getting hangry, as you want to call it, with your blood
Okay,
sugar.
let's back this up. We didn't even talk about mood in the beginning as one of your major symptoms. Now, how much of your mood changes did you realize now has to do with blood sugar swings? Let's talk about that. What were your symptoms with mood before this?
Oh man, I would get crabby. I'd be irritable, shaky, and then that would affect my mood. And I could catch myself getting upset over something so small. But now that I've gotten the blood sugar under control, I've noticed I don't get upset as much over little things.
You don't sweat the small stuff anymore.
Yep.
Well, what kind of impact have the changes in your health have had on your 4 kids and with your family, with your husband?
A lot. I mean, I'm present again. I'm able to enjoy them and not snapping at my 5-year-old over something so little as like spilled milk. So they're excited. They've watched mom change, and watching my daughter bring home that paper the other day about her mindset. She can't give up when things get tough at 5 years old. I know that was from watching me. So
I love that, because I always talk about in the program, the 2 most powerful ways with which we impact our children is as a warning or as an example. And I realized for me that I was a warning for probably at least a decade in my life. And I love seeing the results of becoming an example for my kids. And I love seeing that in your family.
That's what I told them. I'm not going to be a warning. I'm taking charge, and I'm taking charge of all of us, because I know now, having my dad had an autoimmune condition, I have one. My kids have a big chance. My boys have 75%, my girls have 90%, and I don't want them to have to go through it. And I have the knowledge to set them up for success, as long as once they're grown, they'll follow it.
What you do in this program impacts minimally 3 generations. You and your current generation, the generation above you is an autoimmune shitstorm. And then the generation below you have very high rates of autoimmunity. And why not kill Godzilla while he's an egg in your children? Why wait till he's full blown and grown at 20, 30? Oh my God, now you have a diagnosis and you deal with it. And I look at it as, Miss Margaret, like between you, your husband, and me, your children hopefully will never get an autoimmune disease. Not on your watch, not on my watch.
That's what I told him too.
Hell yeah. Okay, so question. Why did you almost not join this program?
Money.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided that my health is priceless. To be able to be healthy and present for my husband and my kids, that it's priceless. You can't put a number on it.
Okay, Margaret, how did you find me? How did you find out about our program?
Facebook. I found I was sick in bed, and I just was looking through, and you popped up on Facebook, and for the next 3 days I watched every last video that you had available and said, if they can do it, I can do it.
It's true. And anyone, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, go to Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. We literally have hundreds of videos in there with client journeys just like Margaret's. What would you say to somebody that was in the exact same situation as you, perusing on Facebook and seeing an ad to watch a training about our program? What would you say to them?
Just do it. Your health and you are worth it. And it's life-changing. There's no other program that can teach you how to take care of yourself for the rest of your life.
What was your favorite part about working with me?
The community and the knowledge. I now have the knowledge to retest my own blood work and stuff, and then know what I need to do. I don't need to have a doctor tell me what to do. And then the community is just amazing. They're there to support you, but also hold you accountable. When you say, I'm going to do something, they will ask you, did you do that? Did you do that today? And that's the best encouragement in an autoimmune community.
So when you say community, you mean the other people that you're going through the program with. And most people would think that that's a negative, which is, I want more one-on-one care that I've received for the last 30 years of my life that didn't get me the results, but they are skeptical or weary of a community. How was it different? What are the pros of being part of a community?
If you have a problem and you might not come up with the solution, somebody's going to have a solution for you to try. Hey, try this or try that. So we've all been in similar, but also different situations. So when something new arises for you, there's somebody that's probably already been through it, and they're there to support you and encourage you.
What's something that you can do right now effortlessly that 2 months ago you would have thought was impossible?
Get out of bed. I can rake the leaves in my front yard. I can mow the lawn too if I want. But I just get up, and I have the energy, the drive to get out of bed and do whatever I need to do.
Thank you for your time and your generosity with this interview. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us for Margaret's interview. I look at Margaret and she's a fighter. You know, she's had Crohn's for 3 years, but have had GI symptoms her whole life. It was impacting upon, she's a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids, and it was really impacting on her ability to actually engage and enjoy life with her children. She even struggled with getting out of bed. So for me, sometimes the bar is set so low on improvements there because there were so many symptoms that people are shocked with any improvement. And I love the fact that just now, and we're talking a month out from the program, her calprotectin, inflammation numbers are all down, shocking her GI doctor even. And this is without medication. So congratulations to Margaret. If you want to learn more about our program, join our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. You can also check out our website, drmaggieu.com. You can also book a call with us as well. In the copy above this, you can click a link and you can book a chat with our team to learn more about our program as well. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.